Hello, this is Brian O'Rourke. Thanks for joining me again. Today I thought we would read another submission to the Book of Hope. This is actually the last submission that I have received, so I'm looking for more submissions so I can keep making some of these videos. If I keep receiving them, I'll keep making the videos. If I don't, I will wait until I receive more. So today's submission is from Rosemary Benson. Now, I just want to point out this wonderful letter that Rosemary sent. As many of you know, Rosemary is meticulous about her typewriter and posting notes, and I've never received a letter and a posted note that was typed, but Rosemary is amazing in her skill and clarity, and I love it. So today I will read her submission. And this is how it goes. This is one of the kindest things you may ever see. It is not known who replied, but there is a beautiful soul working in the dead letter office of the U.S. Postal Service. Our 14-year-old dog, Abby, died last month. The day after she died, my 4-year-old daughter, Meredith, was crying and talking about how much she missed Abby. She asked if we could write a letter to God so that when Abby got to heaven, God would recognize her. I told her that I thought we could do what I thought we could, so she dictated these words. Dear God, will you please take care of my dog? She died yesterday and is with you in heaven. I miss her very much. I am happy that you let me have her as my dog, even though she got sick. I hope you will play with her. She likes to play with balls and to swim. I am sending a picture of her so when you see her, you will know that she is my dog. I really miss her. Love, Meredith. We put the letter in an envelope with a picture of Abby, and Meredith addressed it to God in heaven. We put our return address on it, and then Meredith pasted several stamps on the front of the envelope because she said it would take lots of stamps to get the letter all the way to heaven. That afternoon, she dropped it into the letterbox at the post office. A few days later, she asked if God had gotten the letter yet. I told her that I thought he did. Yesterday, there was a package wrapped in gold paper on the front porch, addressed to Meredith in an unfamiliar hand. Meredith opened it. Inside was a book by Mr. Rogers called When a Pet Dies. Taped to the inside front cover was the letter we had written to God in its open envelope. And on the opposite page was the picture of Abby and Meredith and this note. Dear Meredith, Abby arrived safely in heaven. Having the picture was a big help. I recognized Abby right away. Abby isn't sick anymore. Her spirit is here with me, just like it says in your heart. Abby loved being your dog. Since we don't need our bodies in heaven, I don't have any pockets to keep your picture in, so I am sending it back to you in this little book for you to keep and have something to remember Abby by. Thank you for the beautiful letter, and thank your mother for helping you write it and send it to me. What a wonderful mother you have. I picked her especially for you. I send my blessings every day and remember that I love you very much. By the way, I'm easy to find. I am wherever there is love. Love, God. Thank you, Rosemary. I think that's a wonderful addition to the Book of Hope. And one of the reasons why I saved this particular submission for today is in the upcoming celebration this Sunday of Mother's Day. I thought that this letter that God, or this mystery person from the postman, had written, addressing the love that the mother had for their child and the support that that mother did, and God's thanking that mother for that love and support is important. Also, that presence of love that we might not be able to see all the time, that presence of God being all around us all the time, and recognizing that. You see, this Mother's Day, I'm sure there are many of you who might have children who won't be able to be with you, or mothers that have either died or won't be able to be with you in this time. So having that physical connection, having that moment together won't happen the same way it has, but it still can happen, and it can happen through a phone call or a Zoom call. Maybe you've already received letters or flowers. But I want to just invite you to look forward into the future, into these weeks and months ahead. You know, this COVID has left us with uncertainty. And this uncertainty can often lead to anxiety as we wait and watch for things to end and things to reopen. But instead of our biding our time and waiting for this to end, this might be and take a long time. And so instead we might look to how we can connect with one another and feel that same feeling of being with physically those that we love. And I know we always say it's nothing better than the real thing. I understand that. That's very, very true. But I invite you this Mother's Day and in the weeks and months ahead to look at really being able to connect with those that you love from afar and really strengthen that muscle of connecting with those that are geographically separated from you. I think that's important for us to do. As many of us have lost people that we have loved, lost mothers that we have loved, there is always that bond, that connection that ties us together that can never be broken. So I think maybe we can apply that same love for those that have died and have that same appreciation for being able to make the phone call with those who are alive and in our life now that we can't have with those that have died, and be grateful for that moment, whatever that might look like, and really feel inside of us that deep connection and that deep love that we share with one another. So moving forward, we strengthen that muscle and can be fulfilled with the phone calls and fulfilled with the Zoom calls and fulfilled with the letters in ways we might not have thought possibly before. So I wish you a blessed Mother's Day. And again, I just want to make myself available to not only receive wonderful submissions to the Book of Hope, but if there's anything I can do or any way I can support you pastorally, please give me a call. I would be happy to give you a phone call or have a Zoom chat with you, and if possible, get together if that works. So look forward to talking to you soon. Goodbye.